Hello everyone and welcome to Star Isle. This is an Animal Crossing dream island that me and my lovely girlfriend here, Poppy, have been working on. It is in fact Holostars themed, so we wanted to share it with you all. There's a lot of fun little Easter eggs and references and little details here and there, so we hope you enjoy. You can see already at our little entrance area here, we have the star fragments representing all the different colors of the 12 Holostars JP members. So keep an eye out for those as we go through each build, because they represent who the build belongs to. So starting off with a fairly obvious one, this is a pizzeria that we designed for Otterdan. As you can see, there's that green star fragment in the back. And lots of different pizza options. You'll notice that a lot of this island is themed around the cherry blossom season. We really worked hard to get this done right as the season was closing, so that way all of the cherry blossom trees would be blooming and we'd have the little cherry blossoms in the air. Out here we have this little cafe for Otterdan, and this is a fishmonger that we made for Izuru. You can see his little bike there. That's how he gets to and from his little work. A lot of the members will have multiple builds on this island, so definitely keep an eye out. This is obviously an arcade that we built for Oga. Lots of fighting game machines. I was trying to sit in that chair there. It was not happening. And outside, Poppy added this really cute little detail where Miyabi has a little scooter out here. You can tell it's his because it's red and has a little hibiscus sticker on it. Super cute. Here's this little alleyway in between the businesses. This is meant to be Outeron's car. Yes, it is completely beat up. And this little doctor's office clinic belongs to Xian because that is his profession in Holostars town. Lots of little purple accents here and there. And you'll notice that on the upper layer, on the other side, I was trying to get up there, there's this little hidden ladder where you can see he gets into some more, you know, back alley kind of business up here. But yes, that is his little mafia office. It's based off of his 3D stage from his 3D debut. Over here we have this cute little florist belonging to Miyabi, which, yes, I am kind of closet cosplay as Miyabi, so this is my little area. And you'll see his little red star fragment there. I wasn't really sure where we were going here, but the correct answer is in fact Bar Robel. This is another one that was directly based off of his official 3D stage from his 3D debut. It's Bar Robel. This is what it looks like. Yes, that is a bathroom. If you know, you know. I'm sure everyone knows. I don't know why I would even say that. And then as we're heading to the right over here, we built Fuma a little antique curio shop, since he is a yokai and probably has found and acquired a lot of interesting little knickknacks here and there over the years. Not because he's an Oji-san or anything. Here I was trying to touch the fairy bottle to see if it did anything, and then I accidentally touched the music player. That's not what I meant to do, so just don't worry about that. As we go through here, you'll see that a lot of the beach areas are mostly loosely decorated. The beaches weren't really our huge focus for this, aside from some little areas here and there. But we do have these cute little hammocks here. And then as we head back down, I'm pretty sure you will see, yes, I added this cute little fishing spot meant for Izuru or anyone else that wants to go fishing, because a lot of the boys actually really like fishing. But yes, lots of little details here and there, even if they're not specific to any one member. And as we head back over on this side of the town, you'll notice that there's a little park. It's very cute. We kind of split the island up into two major halves. So this right half of the island, you can kind of see it on the map down there even, is more of the commercial, you know, that sort of area, more urban. And up here we have a ramen truck for Mr. Kishiro Tenma. Again, based off of his Holostars town profession. He does own a food truck, and the man is famous for liking ramen. So, as Poppy is showing right there in her little closet cosplay of Kishi. Lots of different ramen options to go with. And over here, we have a cute little bus stop. But more than a bus stop, it's actually a little busking area for Izuru, because he did some busking in the past, even before he was a VTuber, and a lot of his lives are themed around that sort of little back alley busking vibe. So we wanted to give him a little performance area all to himself. We will head across the bridge in a little while. There's some more shops and a little special thing up there. So now as we're heading more to the left side, the western part of the island, you'll see that it's going to be a little bit more rural. We're not completely there yet, but this is a little pond that I made. And as we make our way over here, you will see we have a cat cafe that we built for Rio. And this was actually one of the very first things that we designed on this island. Here I am pointing out the little star fragment. And some cute little cat toys on the floor. Down here, we just have some little natural areas, a little spot for a picnic, some outdoor seating. And if this area looks familiar to you, that is because it is directly based on the pier that Rio has for his 3-day debut, with all of the stars in the water. Now we head over the bridge and we get into much more of the rural part of the island. Here we have a big farm that belongs to Izuru. I'm sure this is what he'll be doing in his retirement, with a stag beetle there hanging out. And we also gave him another fishing spot over here. Here I am just showing off some more of the beach. We have a little pole there for him to go spearfishing. And up here we made a little castle fort for Tenma. Here's his little training grounds from his 3-day debut. Lots of weapons to choose from in the back there. And if we head over here, there's Poppy getting mad while playing Street Fighter 6, as Tenma would do. And he has a turtle in real life, so we gave him a turtle. And this cat is supposed to represent Hiyamaru. And it's a little difficult to see, but, you know, there is a dungeon back there. So naturally, this castle that Tenma owns here is protecting the Hanasaki Forest, which is where we're heading up to now. Poppy did all of this outside decorating here. She's so good at designing natural spaces like this. It looks so beautiful. This is also one of the first things that we did on the island, was kind of decorate the outside of Miyabi's house here. So he has a little outdoor dining set, some flowers, a doghouse for reasons. And as we were designing this whole island, we ended up deciding to make this house basically into a Holostars share house sort of deal. So right as you walk in, you'll see this is kind of like a common room for all of them to hang out. And as we go through the house, all of them have shared bedrooms designed in their style. So look forward to that. Lots of fun things to do in here. We have some board games, a Switch, a little kitchenette, and some cute little star themed things here and there. I have to say it was a little bit tricky designing some of these interior elements, and really the island as a whole, just because unlike the home designer where you go to work on the island, you don't have access to every single item in the game, so it's only drawing from the pool of stuff that you actually own. So we definitely had to do a lot of buying here and there to make up for things. Anyways, this is Miyabi and Izuru's room. You'll see me try and mess with the camera a bit here as we go through each room, just to show off everything. So apologies if the camera movement is a little strange, but I tried my best. So lots of little flowers and music-related stuff for Izuru. His side of the room is purposely cluttered because that is typically how his rooms are. If anyone remembers the Roberu and Izuru room review stream from ages ago, you will know. Now, heading back here, we have a room belonging to Aruran and Rika. We organized things by gen, so this is just kind of how it worked out. Lots of pink and green, some pom-pom pudding stuff for Rika because he loves pom-pom pudding. A DJ set and a weightlifting bench for Aruran. Rika has a little Game Boy over here, so that way he can play Tetris. And again, lots of music-related stuff in here too. Leave that Game Boy on for him. And we are actually going to be skipping Sun Tempo for now and heading over to the last room on the right side here, which belongs to Mafia. So they have a little shared desk area. Their beds are pretty close together. I think they would enjoy that. Lots of purple and green. Some more model kits, a Game Boy for Oga. I don't really know why I decided to give Chien a rubber ducky. I think I just saw it was purple and I thought it would fit. But of course they have a arcade fighting cabinet here, so that way they can play Street Fighter whenever they want. Alrighty, and now we will be heading upstairs to see the Sun Tempo zone. There's Poppy dancing away. So as I was kind of arranging this room, I wanted to go with the idea that, you know, if they had this shared space, the second Astel steps foot in here, he would declare that this half of the room belongs to him and that Roboru and Tenma can share the other half. So that's kind of the vibe I went with. So You'll notice also Temma's bed is right by the door because it has to be the most efficient layout for him as possible. He needs to be able to leave the room as quickly as possible. And meanwhile, Astel over here has his whole space with lots of plushies and makeup and a full bed and all that fun stuff. Also, I have to say, I really love that Splatoon jukebox. It's so cute. If you have any Splatoon amiibos, highly recommend all the Splatoon stuff. And Zelda stuff too, obviously. But very, very cute. And last but not least, we're going to head downstairs to Uproar's room. We realized as we were filming this that we forgot to put music in here. But that's okay. Yes, Uyu did in fact steal the Mona Lisa. He may or may not have been the person that robbed the Louvre. No one knows. But Fuma has some Splatoon stuff over there. Rio's got Luca and just a lot of cute little references to their colors and things that they like. Uyu has a briefcase of money because he's a thief. But yeah, that's kind of their little share house. Now, as we head out of Miyabi's little area here, you might notice on the left side, there's something going on the beach over there. So we will be heading over to take a look and see what that little secret area is. You may have noticed this little sign here earlier that's pointing out that there's something over here. There's actually two somethings over here. First off is the Inubo Lighthouse from Miyabi's birthday vlog last year. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend. We did subtitle it last year, so I can leave a link in the description to that. And then up here we have this mysterious crash landing site that may or may not belong to a certain alien. We were very amused by the idea of Astel crash landing on this island and then immediately setting up his makeup and clothes. And here we have all these different little animals and plushies and things like that here, which represent a certain group related to Astel. If you know, you know. And now we're going to make our way back to the other side of the island to show some more of the upper areas as well as that final area in town that we hinted at earlier. So back up through Rio's Cat Cafe to use this little pass-through. And you may have noticed earlier that there is this little shrine entrance here. Now, before we head up to the shrine proper, there is a little graveyard here. Some clues as to what these flowers represent in each of these graves, if you do some counting. And there's a pair of glasses back there. They belong to a certain someone that we would love to see back, but that's neither here nor there. And up here we have a full shrine for Fuma. This is based on his 3D stage. And Poppy did an amazing job of interpreting this and making it come to life. Again, she's so good at designing outdoor spaces. Please compliment her in the comments. That's an order. And if we head over here, there is this little secret set of stairs heading down into the back of Uyu's cafe. Again, this is based off of his actual cafe that he has in 3D, as well as his normal stream background. I'm pretty proud of this one. I think it came out really cute, even for being pretty simple. I really like how the little entrance came out here too. It's very cute. But you can see this is basically where we were earlier. So if you go over this bridge, you'll see there's Bar Rowville and that little bus stop area. And then here we have a little music store that belongs to Rika. Lots of instruments to mess around with here. And over on the right side, you'll see it a little bit later, but there's a little lab area for Rika there. He needs to recharge. And here's a little balcony that Poppy made, so that way he can sit and play with Spanyan and Spawan and Spanner. And up here, this little pavilion, we have Astel's little boutique. This isn't based on anything in particular, other than the fact that the man is a fashionista. So we wanted to give him a little clothing store because we thought it was cute. Little changing rooms, KK bubblegum playing, which will be thematically relevant in a little bit. And as we cross over here, we have this little merch area and these adorable little flower stands. And I'm realizing now as I'm recording this how many times I have said little in this, but I already tried to record this whole thing once before and I accidentally messed up saving the recording, so it's now or never. Lots of glow sticks available to use. And like I said, there's Rika's lab right there. He needs some maintenance done or working on some audio projects. And then here we have a whole stage for our lovely Holostars to perform. You can pick a gyroid to pretend you are in the audience. Just tag yourself. The stage has 2 layers. We have this bottom area here that's closer to the crowd. And then we will head up to the top area in a little bit. Over here is our VIP zone with this cute after party for the boys to partake in once they're finished with their live. All the star fragments on the ground representing their colors. And here is the backstage. And if you go up this ladder, it gives you access to the stage itself with plenty of room to sing and perform. We have microphones on this side, guitar for, actually 2 guitars for Rika and Izuru. Using KK bubblegum was kind of arbitrary. We just wanted an idol-like song and this was the first one that came to mind. So there is really no deep reasoning to it. And on this side of the stage, we have a DJ set up for Adonan, and then you can come down here, and this is the lower part of the stage with all of their star fragments again. Also, shout out to the Splatoon light up sideboards. They are a lifesaver. Again, highly recommend if you have the amiibos, go for them. Get the DLC, or whatever you want to call it, all the extra items. But that is pretty much it. Like I said, we put a lot of effort into designing this island. It was all built from the ground up. This was literally nothing when we started. So we did all of the path work and designing each of the buildings and making it into a cute, coherent town that is all cherry blossom themed. And of course, Holostars themed. That's the more important one. I don't believe there's a way for me to share this Dream Island. I know when it's your own island you can share the code, but I don't think there is a way to do it for the Slumber Islands. So unfortunately, I would love to share this with you all so you could come and explore it yourself, but I don't know if you can. So this might be the only way of doing so for now, unfortunately. But I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments. Alrighty, bye-bye!